Hi everybody, I hope you are well and thank you for coming back for another one. Today I'm going to give you 5 myths about the Christmas story which we have come to love and believe. But these are not accurate or true to the biblical account of what really happened on that very first Christmas all those thousands of years ago. We've come to believe many of these myths as being true, but today I'm just going to give you 5 of those. Let's see how many of these you already knew. Number 1, Jesus was not born on the 25th of December. That's right, the Bible does not tell us the date of Jesus' birth, but based on what we do know, we think it's more likely to have been around the warmer seasons, and yet we still celebrate on the 25th of December. This date was agreed upon hundreds of years ago as a way to merge pagan and Christian traditions and as a way to supersede the pagan traditions. So why do we Christians still choose to celebrate on the 25th of December knowing this? Well, I think that it's as good as any date. If I decided to celebrate Christmas in June, for example, I don't think I would be able to get the memo to the rest of the world in time. So Jesus was not born on the 25th of December. And number 2, they were not kings. We've all seen the nativity scenes where there are 3 kings carrying 3 gifts to visit the newborn baby Jesus. We even call them the 3 wise men. But the Bible calls them magi's, and we don't really know much about them except they were not kings. They most probably were sorcerers, magicians, astrologers, or priests from the Persian Empire at the time. Furthermore, we don't actually know how many of them they were. We assume that there were 3, I guess because there are 3 gifts, and when you are having a nativity scene or a play, it's easier to place 3 gifts in 3 kings' hands. But not only were they not kings, but we don't actually know how many they were. They could have been 2, they could have been 3, they could have been more. The Bible does not specify. Number 3, Jesus would not have been a newborn baby when the Magi found him. Again, we are so familiar with these nativity scenes of Jesus being a brand new baby, all swaddled up when he has all these visitors visiting to come and celebrate his birth. But by the time the Magi's would have found Jesus, it's more likely that he and his parents would have moved into a house and he would have been a toddler. Again, we don't know for sure, but based on the Bible accounts and the events surrounding this account, we can be sure that Jesus was not a newborn baby when the Magi's found him. Number 4, Mary riding a donkey. Another image which we are so familiar with. A heavily pregnant Mary sitting on a donkey being led by her husband Joseph. What we often overlook with this image is the length of that journey. From Nazareth to Bethlehem, it would have been about 100 miles depending on the route they took. Either way, 100 miles is a lot for a heavily pregnant woman to ride on a donkey. Now, I've been pregnant twice and I know that at that stage it was hard for me just to get in the car. I can't even imagine what riding on a donkey for that length of time would have been like. The Bible doesn't specify their mode of transport, but I think it's safe to assume that Mary probably didn't ride a donkey. Number 5, Jesus was not born in a barn or a stable. This is the most popular nativity scene that we see, where newborn baby Jesus is surrounded by his visitors, angels, shepherds, kings, and he's laying on a stack of hay surrounded by random farm animals. All that the Bible tells us is that Mary laid him in a manger. And back in those days, what they would do is have a room near the house or attached to the house where the animals would come and feed. So the chances are Mary and Joseph traveled to Bethlehem where they stayed with family or relatives. And there was probably not enough space in these small houses back then. So Mary had to use the manger that was probably easily accessible to her. But that does not mean that Jesus was born in a barn or a stable. There you go. Those are the 5 myths about the Christmas story which I wanted to share with you today. In fact, there are many more out there, and they are definitely worth looking into. So if you know of any, why not leave a comment below and share it with the rest of us? Thank you once again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Till then, take care. Bye.